video about the search for my biological father, we'll delve into the last leg of my journey. Through a combination of DNA testing and expert genealogy investigation, I finally reached a breakthrough. In this video, you'll hear my conversation with licensed genealogy investigators who have pored over DNA matches, government adoption records, and typewritten forms. By analyzing every detail, they've discovered one individual who is more than 90% likely to be my biological father. This is an incredible moment for me, and I'm thrilled to share it with you. Now, listen to the audio clips I've selected from my conversation with the investigators as they explain how they used their expertise and technology to uncover this incredible journey.
Certainly she had to go, well, let's see, he was 20 or 85. Okay,
Right.
Come on, take a guess in here.
Right.
But the information identifying whoever she decided to share at that point in time is rather specific. Now, whether she went with more than one person, whether she decided to fudge the information at the time, only she would know.
Right.
But in my heart of heart, I think that the information she gave at that time was legitimate, because it just seems like she could have either said nothing,
Right.
or made up a really rosy, oh, he's a college graduate and blah, 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 blah. That's not what she said.
Right.
You can tell he went through 2.5 years of assuming that was high school, some type of school, but then it says he went to trade school. So, one would have to assume that he's over 21 years old at that point in time from that type of accomplishment and what he was doing for a living.
Right.
I just don't think in 1950 they're going to say, oh yeah, hey, let's put an 18-year-old in charge of labor relations.
Right. Right.
It just, 25 even is sort of, a little iffy.
Right.
But what he might have done is, and this is my thought, in Detroit, which in 1950 was a real hub for, people from the South coming up for work, staying with relatives, an extremely intelligent person who maybe had a gift with words, was intelligent. Maybe he was used to calm people down, to be like Mr. PR, let's not be hotheads, and I'm representing the African American community. He was able to pull his people in,
Right.
versus management. That's my thought.
Right.
So could he have been a little bit younger? Yeah, but he had to still be in a position of where people are not going to go, why should I listen to this kid?
Right.
So I'm looking at people that I'm thinking that are somewhere 25 to 35, 25, 30, give her there.
Okay.
I don't know what your thoughts have been on that matter, but here's what I have noticed. And of all your matches that you have, for the vast majority, there are 4 family names that come up, and they all tie in together for the most part. You and your sister share roughly around 2,500 centimorgans of DNA.
Right.
Okay. Again, 2 sisters.
Right.
The only other options you have would be aunts, aunt and niece, just not possible.
Right.
Because from the birth records, we both know that Odette's is your mother.
Right.
So that's okay.
Right.
And the reason why I'm repeating that over and over again is I want that solid, so that if it's solid on your maternal line, things that I'm finding have to be solid on your paternal line as well. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, okay, your mother, she was not some ninny, she wasn't just like, oh, I got pregnant, didn't know what I was doing, who am I, where am I? We're talking about a young lady who, out of all her peers and so forth, rose to the top and wound up at Fisk.
Right.
Okay? She had some gumption. She had a head on her shoulders. So now let's see. How did she become pregnant? Okay. To me, she's with Mr. Smooth Talker. He's obviously, from his bio, a smooth talker. He's persuasive. She must have, I'm thinking, loved him. people that DNA closely into you. All 4 of those young ladies are related to one another. They are all, for the most part, okay, are all descended from Alberta. Okay. However, these 4 young ladies have one thing that is extremely important. They have a very large chunk of DNA to you. Alberta is definitely related to you.
Okay.
Her brother has to be related to you. I don't see how they're not.
Okay.
She had 10 children. She raised them all on her own. I have no knowledge that there's someone missing in her children.
Okay.
Your biological father, since she's born in 1910, okay, makes her 40 years older than you.
Right.
Out of all her children, could only be a male child coming from her. Okay? She had only one male child, her eldest. That would be a candidate to be your biological father. Okay? She also has only, to the best of my knowledge, one nephew that's a candidate to be your biological father.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the interesting part. So there's these 2 gentlemen, right? And they are actually first cousins to one another. One is Alberta's son, and the other. In the non-identifying information, the name does fit the blanks. The alleged father of the infant is described as being about 5'9". So we get some little leeway there, but 5'9" is a consistency.
Right.
And I cannot tell you that every African-American man that was around this family at that point in time that I was looking for was 5'9", with a few exceptions of 5'10".
Okay.
I think I found one 5'7". Not a 6-footer anywhere, I don't believe.
Right, okay.
Okay, and they were all of medium build.
Okay.
Now see, in reaching out to the Beaver Falls family, 2 of them said, trade school. Why, that sounds really familiar. I remember one of the uncles went to trade school. Let me say this to you. Even if both of these gentlemen, for some reason, were not Devon's father, which I don't think is the case, they're still related to Devon. Because I don't see how they could not, okay, because of the family lines, because their descendants are related to Devon, and they share all the commonality. If you start right where the A for alleged father is, all the way down to the comma, fits.
Wow, it's hard to put into words how I'm feeling after hearing this. This has been an incredible journey of self-discovery, healing, and ultimately answers. Well, some answers. If you've been following my story from the beginning, I appreciate your support. If this is your first time following me, I invite you to check out the rest of my Search for My Biological Father or Family Secrets videos to learn more about my story. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on future videos. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to share more of my journey with you.